Lesson 3.1, interior angles of triangles. Go ahead and put today's date up there if you'd like. There's what's called the triangle sum theorem. A theorem is some kind of property or a rule that always happens. And so what I'm going to show you is kind of this little proof here. We have a triangle, and let's say that we know or are told that angle or line IJ is parallel to GH. Remember parallel, we draw the little arrows on the lines. So if they're parallel, I'm going to look at this line FH. Let's say it's extended out past the parallel. So this would be my transversal that we've learned about. And so if I have this angle of 43 degrees here, I also know this angle here would be the same 43 degrees because they are alternate interior angles. They're on opposite sides of this line. They're inside the parallels. I could also say that at G, this angle of 48 degrees will have an angle that's exactly the same here because they are alternate interior. They're on either side of this transversal and they're on the inside of the parallels. So what that leaves me with is this x degrees. Well, I see a straight line here. So 48 degrees plus x plus 43 should make 180, or simply take 180 minus 48 minus 43, which should give you 89 degrees. But what that gives me is these two angles are the same angles that were in my triangle. So 43 plus 48 plus 89 makes 180. That is true of every single triangle. So 3 angles in a triangle will always add to make 180 degrees. So with that being said, number 1 would be just like that. You'd take 180 minus 38 minus 84, and you can just put it on a calculator. And you should get that this angle is 58 degrees. Number 2, the only thing that's different is you have a box here, which symbolizes this is a 90, a right angle. And so we've got 2 options. We can do 180 minus 90 minus 36, or sometimes I get to where I know if this is all 180 and 90 of it's here, that leaves me with 90 degrees between this angle and this angle. So sometimes I'll just do 90 minus 36, right? Because this really is just 90. And so what that leaves you with is 54 degrees. But either way is fine, however you prefer. Then we get into some algebra. We'll zoom in just a little bit. And so if these 3 angles need to add to make 180, I'll take the expressions and add them all up, set them equal to 180, and solve for x. So I have 5 times some number plus 20, that's a degree, plus the 114 plus 3x plus 14 degrees needs to equal 180 degrees. Make sure you're combining your x terms, that would be 8x. Combine your constants. That would be 134, 148. 180 minus 148 would be 32. And 32 divided by 8 would make x be 4. Always check what they're asking for. This time they just want x, they don't want a specific angle. If they did, you would have to plug it back in to that expression and find the measurement. And then number 4 just has another right angle here where this is 90. So your 2 options are to say 90 plus 5x plus 17 plus 48 equals 180, or if this is 90 of it, these 2 should really add to make 90 as well. Either way. So why don't you go ahead and solve that one and pause the video. And you should have gotten that x is equal to 5.